First, let us recognize that the highest duty of any government, the Nigerian government especially, is to protect lives and property, and this includes the millions and millions of Muslims living side by side, doing their daily activities. And constitutionally, every Nigerian is guaranteed the right to freedom of faith, meaning that whether you are Muslim or you are Christian, you are free to practice your faith in our country. That's one. Second, you have to know that, of course, since 2009, Nigeria has been bedeviled with the activities of Boko Haram and other criminal elements like you have mentioned earlier. But you also have to see the activities of government, what government has done, especially in the last 2 years. Of course, successive governments have tried. In the last 2 years, there has been a renewed focus. Renewed attention has been put to ensure that Nigeria becomes safe. We've seen massive deployment of resources to improve our military hardware. We've also seen investments in other sectors, in agriculture, in social services, to ensure that Nigerians, the non-kinetic approach, contributing to the stability of our country. Nigeria is not that bad, as it is said. Yes, we have seen attacks on some Christians. It is true. We have also seen attack on Muslims as well. But it's also wrong to characterize Nigeria as a country that does not tolerate religious freedom. It's also wrong to say that everywhere is not safe in Nigeria. Nigeria is indeed a safe country, but we do recognize that we have security challenges in the northeast. But once upon a time, some of the territories around the northeast were taken over by Boko Haram. That is no longer the case. They were holding about 14 local governments at a point. That is no longer the case. Traveling around the country was a problem at some point. That is not the case. Nigeria is working hard. The government of Nigeria is working hard to ensure protection of lives and properties, and also ensuring that people go about their businesses the world over. Some of the claims made by some officials in the United States is based on faulty data. Some of them, some assumptions that the victims of this religious violence are largely Christian. Yes, there are Christians that have been attacked, but these criminals do not just target one religion. They target Christians. Yeah. They also target Muslims. We have seen that in several parts of, especially the northern part of the country. So yes, indeed, we have security challenges in Nigeria, but we also have to recognize that there is a massive drive by government to ensure that Nigeria is ultimately safe for everyone. But for the records, we want to say that Nigeria is a very tolerant country when it comes to religion. We don't want these dangerous narratives to go on, because criminal elements and some of these extremists are driving this narrative and pushing people to believe that Nigerian Muslims and Christians are fighting each other. This is not the case.
Mr. Minister, there is an argument, though, that while, yes, Muslims and Christians have been attacked, it is the more mainstream Christians and Muslims that have been attacked, those that have been opposed to Sharia law. You mentioned U.S. lawmaker, specifically Ted Cruz, has accused the country of persecuting Christians, even genocide. He's introduced a bill that would push a country of particular concern designation, and that would potentially trigger some crippling sanctions. You do have former leaders of your own country and past presidents who have warned of Islamization as well. Your justification here that it's not that bad doesn't seem to be a sharp rebuke to some of these allegations. What exactly are you doing to address these concerns?
Well, we believe, and I will reiterate, that we do have security challenges in the country. We are not denying this. We are not asking for denial in that direction. But what we are saying is that we need, to make Nigerians to believe, and the world to believe, that this government is actually working to ensure the security of lives and property of everyone. Christians, Muslims living side by side each other. When you say that only a particular region is being targeted, that is not true in this country. We know that some of these Boko Haram extremists have targeted also Muslims in the mosque. Yes, they have targeted also Christians in their churches. So that is why we need the world to know that there is indeed this challenge, and to drive it, to characterize it as a religious issue, is not helpful for our country. It will drive us towards division. What these criminal elements and these extremists want is actually to make Nigerians and the world to feel that there is actually a fight between Christians and Muslims in our country. This is not the case. Absolutely false. Our constitution, Nigeria is, our constitution guarantees the right of every citizen to practice his religion, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim. And the hierarchy of our government, there are both Muslims and Christians, living in harmony, working together to ensure the return of security and of lives and property all over the country. And we're achieving that in that direction. Even the recent changes you alluded to is all held to geared towards strengthening our security architecture to ensure that yes, indeed, government responds to every situation.
All right, Nigeria Minister of Information Mohammed Idris, thank you. Thank you so much for your time, sir.